The conversation we're about to have will trigger a bunch of y'all, and your cognitive dissonance will kick in. Hi, my name is Kiji Amore, and I am a woman of chance experience. Today, in this video, we're gonna talk about why I decided to stop dating cishet men. And some of y'all may already feel triggered about this statement, talking about you, a tranny, dating cishet men. Well, can you fucking believe it? I know, right? Unfortunate me, I was stuck in that loop for a hot second where I felt as though everybody who was attracted to me was unfortunately straight. And that can be further from the truth. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Obviously, you can activate the bell notification so you always know when I post. And on top of that, it's gonna help me grow my platform, and I would really appreciate it if you would help a girl, just a girl like me. Okay, but honestly, I'm really excited about this topic of video because I feel like it's not talked about enough, especially in my community. I'm gonna expose the tea as to why I decided to like just quit dating cishet man, because honestly it got out of hand. I was not enjoying myself anymore. Let's get into it. Most cis straight men, unfortunately, are extremely insecure. And I'm talking about mentally and emotionally insecure, meaning that they rely on other people like vampires. They rely on other people for a source and an internal source of validation. They crave validation most of the time because that's how they were socialized. While understanding that at first was like, oh, okay, I thought that it wouldn't really affect me as much, right? Because I'm not the one craving the validation, but it truly means that cishet men will do everything and anything in their power, in their heterocompulsivity, should I say. There's a big underlaying of insecurity. And what I mean by insecurity is not about your physical attribute, even though some were very like insecure in that sense, right? I'm talking about mentally insecure, heartly, heartly insecure, that type of deal where you have difficulties making decision because most of your public persona or most of your life surround people. And it's all about, I get it, we're all social beings, this and that and the third, but like being a people pleaser is a different type of game, y'all. Like, especially when it comes to cishet man, like it's so gross. So you telling me you at the top of the pyramid and you have difficulties because you want to be able to use people, right? And have this power dynamic over people. So you, in order to maintain the status quo, you have to give, in exchange to that, your social authenticity. You have to give away your artistry. You have to give away your queerness. And when I say queerness, I don't mean it in like the LGBT plus. Like, I'm talking about politically queer, meaning everything outside of that box at the top of the pyramid is queer, technically speaking, right? Because queer means outside the box, basically. Like, queer means like divergent. Queer means something different. And because of that, to go for the status quo, meaning they will oppress you if that means climbing the social ladder. And because of that, I am tired of being siphoned from my energy. I am tired of people taking advantage my soul, my kindness, my hard-working self. Because yes, in order to appear like this, I had to do a bunch of inner work. A bunch of inner work when I was a kid. Remember when you guys were laughing at me and y'all were like, oh my god, that's a fucking tranny. When I was fucking 7 years old, right? When y'all were doing this shit, I was in the back working my ass off internally, being able to be comfortable with myself, being able to understand that I will never get validation from this society. So the only validation that should matter to me should be of my friends and of myself. And most importantly, of myself. So being so young and starting a work of a lifetime so young, it put me in position where now I have decade over my peers that are trying to maybe unlearn or that are just starting to discover like, wait, I'm not comfortable being associated with those systems. Like, I'm not comfortable being in those systems of oppression. Like, I'm not comfortable being part of those systems. With them realizing that, now they're starting their journey, but I already have so much further on them, right? And it just makes the whole dating experience so lame and so like restricted, and it never gets to the full potential that it can be because they're not ready for it. I'm too young for the kind of love I'm looking for, you know? Like, and that's okay. Like, that's another story for another time. Cis-het man will do absolutely everything and anything in order for their cognitive dissonance to not be triggered. Meaning they will avoid shit. They will try to bypass a multitude of things. And while doing SW, it really made me reflect on my position in the world and made me reflect on the type of relationship, because when you're used to most of your client being married and being either celibate and in their mid-20s, you're realizing that there's definitely like a problem, because the guy that is 25, right, and that is just starting to discover himself, hollering at hookers on website, this and that and the third, like, he's low-key doing like a work on himself that like most people are afraid to do, right? He's self-discovering, he this and that and the third. But in my book, that's still a baby. Like, he might be like older than me technically, but like, that's a child. Like, his emotional response are very like immature. The way his lens on life is very immature. He still holds a lot of taboo, and he still holds like a lot of prejudice or stereotype against a bunch of people, right? Because he does not know himself. So if you don't know yourself and if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you supposed to know somebody or love somebody? It does not make sense, because it can't coexist together. In my humble opinion, even though there's nothing humble about me. Clock it. Anyways, with that being said, let me go to the next guy, right? I talked about the 27 something. Let's talk about the 40 something. So the 40-year-old married, already lived like a bunch of life. You would think that he learned something, but yet he did not. Because of what? Because all he did was spending his youth trying to bypass whatever mental gymnastics he had to do in order to achieve a result that fit his standard, right? That fit his system of oppression. And because of that, now he's in his 40s, married with kids, going to go and looking up hookers on the internet in order to discover himself, realizing that he most likely fucked himself up. And 9 out of 10, those men will still choose to remain with their wife and still live their life of oppression, because they've been in the system way too long at that point to change everything and anything. And let's face it, most men are very, very, very scary. Most men are scared of life. Most men are scared of living life because of the system of oppression that they created for themselves, right? And the rest of the world, obviously. When you reach that age, aka like when you're in your 40s, trading off power for authenticity do not sound good at all. Do not sound good at all. So you telling me I'm gonna lose my power in the rank of society that I built for myself to gain authenticity, creativity, and being in touch with my feminine? Blech. You know, that's their mentality. And because of that, I refuse to be with straight man, like cishet man. I refuse to be with cishet man. Because there's no way in hell you will siphon my light. My light that I cherish, the light that I took with me even in my darkest moment, the light that I worked so fucking hard to build, the light that you resent me for, the light that you hate me for. There's no way in hell I'm giving you access to that for free. Do you understand me? And because of that, I decided to stop dating cishet man. Period. I'm gonna stop my rant here because our girl is getting emotional. I'm getting emotional. I swear I'm getting emotional. But I really wanted to get this out of my chest. I hope that I resonate with a bunch of y'all because at the end of the day, this is just step one to realizing your full potential in life. Choosing who you decide to partner with is a wise decision. I really suggest you to pour the positive and the negative of everything and see where you fit best, you know? Maybe what I'm saying for you is irrelevant because of the type of life you want to live, but for my goals and for my standard in life, that was the move. Like 2026, that was the move, honey, you know? So, and don't forget, men ain't shit all across the board. FYI, men ain't shit all across the board. So just you stepping away from one type is already better than not, okay? So if you like that kind of content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me obviously on Instagram if you feel like it, and I also just started a TikTok page. Like it's so empty, like it's so naked, but yeah, I just started a TikTok page, so you can go check that out. I'll be taking content creation more seriously for the next year. I've been like dipping dabbling for the past couple years, but now I really want to get into it, so be prepared to be sick of me. And don't forget, you hold so much light inside of you. Nobody deserves to take that away from you. Especially if you took years to create it. With that being said, yeah, I wish you a beautiful night. See you for my next video. Bye. Mwah. I'm not here to debunk that if a straight man dating a transsexual, it would make him gay. I am here to talk about the